Millsy and Mason's football hootenanny.
Mason, I believe you wanted to talk us through a sort of aesthetic angle on the Premier League this weekend.
Yeah, just one other little comment that I found while I was watching some games and watching some highlights. A lot of players seem to have changed their hair recently since the last season began. And I just wanted to get your thoughts. Is it an improvement or is it a dud? So I'm going to ask you for a, well, not a thumbs up or thumbs down, because that won't be good for our hearers, but maybe a cheerful sound or a disappointed sound. So let's run through them and feel free to jump in with any more that you've got. Dele Alli, now, I don't think he's changed his hair as such, but we didn't see him much last season. So the big dreads compared to his historical look, is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down from Millsy?
I'm going to give that an oh.
Ah, okay. Well, it sounded fairly happy, so maybe that's a 6 or 7 out of 10. Let's see. Cancelo's bleached his hair. Oh, that's a disappointed sound. Pogba, no stranger to a changing hairstyle. He's got a little bit of blue at the front, which I was surprised at on an opening Manchester United weekend. He's got a bit of blue, and behind it, it's a little bit of, I think it's like a white maybe. I mean, I think it sounds confused or curious, perhaps. Jorginho, hopefully I pronounced this one right. He's also bleached his hair.
I feel like that's sort of a comment to Foden's offer of bleaching hair in reference to the Euros final, and I feel that's a big middle finger to the face. So I'm actually giving a verbal answer to this one, and also a noisy sound to this one. I'm going to give it a.
I think it's either angry or it's constipated. And the fifth and final hair, or lack of hair, Anthony Martial. It's all gone. It's disappeared. What's happened to Martial? Didn't recognise him. What do you think? Millsy is not a fan. There we go. So that was my little side point on the hairs. Any other different hairs you noticed this weekend, Millsy?
No, I also wanted to pull up Jorginho on that. Whatever that is he's got going on his head. I noticed Dele Alli as well. I feel he had something along those lines last season and just sort of grew it out a little bit. It does sort of look like one of my favourite fireworks from the Lydney fireworks show as a kid. The Forest fireworks show as a kid. Other than that, I've got no comments on hair.
There we go. Well, that probably brings us to a nice round ending, don't you think?
I think so. I do believe we did promise the hearers a little sneak peek of what we got in the coming weeks. So I'm glad you're paying attention, Si. I've switched on now, and I would like you to as well. Do you want to maybe give them a little cheeky taster of what they've got coming up?
Well, guys, continue to listening. We are in some very interesting and exciting talks, late negotiations. Transfer day has not yet arrived, and we are trying to pull the mighty signings that you expect from your Hootenanny podcast. Tune in the following weeks. We've got a couple of interviews lined up, one with a former Premier League player, and a couple of mysteries still to be revealed.
Ooh. Is the noises I would give to those. And I think that probably just wraps it up for us. As we said, keep on listening. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Tell your friends. We'd love to hear from them as well, what they think. Maybe you can send us some noises on what you think of Premier League haircuts. We'd love to hear your noises. Send us your noises.
Love it. Yeah, we'd love to hear that. Please send them in, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, cheers very much.
Millsy and Mason's football hootenanny.